What's going on, guys? Firewolf Tech here, showing you guys the OtterBox Defender Series Pro XT for the 14 Pro. We're going to go ahead and open this up and show you guys all around. Link for this case will be in the description box below, so make sure you guys check that out. Now, this is one of the most expensive cases OtterBox offers at a retail price of $69.95. So we're going to see if it's worth that price. So on the front of the casing package, we can see that it has been 5-time tested. So it has their Drop Plus certification right here. As you can see, it comes with a nice protective 2-piece design with a secure grip. And the Defender Series Pro XT models will be compatible with Magsafe. That will be the difference between the Defender Series regular version, and then the Pro XT will come with the Magsafe. Okay, right in the back we have more details of the case, and right on the bottom right we can see that it comes with a limited lifetime warranty. So if you guys are spending a lot of money on OtterBox, so make sure you guys register for their lifetime warranty in case you have any issues in the future. Let's go ahead and take this out. Pick this up in the black color. All right, as we can see, we have the Defender Series Pro XT. Has a really nice black color, very nice and sleek. As we can see on the inside, we see the Magsafe adapter here. And we're gonna go ahead and test the strength of this, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So the Defender Pro XT is definitely a very difficult case to put on. Definitely one of the hardest to date. So the easiest way that I found to install this is by first removing the inner hard shell, which is basically just this small piece that goes around the whole frame of the phone. And we'll notice that there's 2 indentations on the side of the case. We're gonna go ahead and gently push the rubber out. As you can see, it will reveal the hard shell. So you can just take one corner and then just basically pull it right out. Okay, and just like that, we have the hard shell removed, and we have a very large, thick rubber piece. Now, what makes this case very hard to put on is this portion of the case is very stiff, which makes it really hard to move the rubber around. So I'm going to try to show you, a way that I found to put this on without forcing the phone inside and making it feel like it's going to basically break. So what I do is I basically place that hard shell on the phone itself, kind of line it up like that. Okay. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the rubber piece and we want to pick a side. And I found that the easiest side to do it is the bottom portion, only because these corner rubbers are really hard to line up. So with the actual hard shell intact, we're going to basically corner it inside and kind of just basically like line up the phone and push it downward. And basically what we want to do is we want to make sure that the rubber piece goes over the indentation of the hard shell, and by doing that you're gonna need to apply a decent amount of force to kind of force the rubber piece to go overlap the hard shell. So make sure you guys take your time in this because it's definitely very hard to put on. But as we can see, we have the first portion on. And same thing with here, as we can see, we just have to push the rubber piece over the indentation of this. So make sure you guys apply pressure. And since it's kind of out, you can definitely push some of the rubber piece out. All right. So now that I have the bottom portion on, definitely a struggle putting that on. And now what we're going to do is we're going to basically push the hard shell inside the rubber piece. And again, you're going to start on the pick any side that you want to pick, and then you want to basically apply a good amount of pressure. You're gonna push the hard shell inside, and at the same time you're gonna pull the rubber piece outward, so that way the rubber piece can close. Okay, so you can see it's starting to come along. So again, don't be afraid to use force when you're applying pressure on the hard shell. Definitely a very hard case to put on. I'm even struggling myself putting this on. So again, we're gonna apply pressure in the hard shell. We're gonna push it inward and line up the rubber so it can start going inside. And basically you're using your other hand to kind of lift this rubber piece over the hard shell. Now the corners are a lot trickier because it's very, very stiff, as you can see. And the best way that I've found is basically trying to pull the rubber out. Try using some of your fingernails to kind of push the rubber out. And again, I'm using my fingernail to kind of pull the rubber piece outward, at the same time applying pressure on the hard shell. Definitely a lot easier if you have longer nails. I just cut my nails, so definitely a struggle. All right, definitely a struggle putting this case on. I think that would be the safest way to put the case on. I've seen others kind of force the phone inside. To me, you know, I just feel like I'm gonna break the phone if I do that. So what I like to do is, again, is I like to take the hard shell out first and kind of just pry my way in. But once it's finally installed, again, make sure you take your time and patience. The first thing I noticed is that this case is definitely on the slimmer side compared to the Defender series. So I do like the thinness of this. One thing to note is that this does not come with a belt holster, unfortunately. So if you're looking for the belt holster, it won't come with one. And one thing to note, guys, is that while it does not come with a belt holster, they actually have a redemption code to get a free belt holster that's inside the packaging. There is a special code on the bottom right corner. I'm going to cover mine so that way you guys don't steal my code. But if you guys still want the belt holster, again, you can get it for free by visiting the link that's on this piece of paper to get your free holster. It does have the actual ridges here to hold the belt holster, so you might have to purchase that separately if you want to use the belt holster. And let's take a look around the case. Right on the bottom, again, it's very thin and sleek. We can see that the lightning port is covered with this rubber piece. And again, to expose it, we just have to pull it out and gently push it outward to reveal the lightning ports. My recommendation would be to minimize the amount of times that you have to use the lightning port, because this can wear out over time. Or you might even prefer just taking it out completely by just cutting it off. But if you guys rely on the wireless charger or the Magsafe, then you don't have to really worry too much about using the lightning port anyway. And then we have the opening here for our microphone and speaker grill. And right on the side, we can see the covering, oversized covers for our volume rocker, as well as an opening for the toggle switch. And as we can see here, the actual opening for the toggle switch, it looks like it's very tight, as you can see. Let me see if I can still move it, but definitely if it's pushed on the ringer side, you can kind of see that the ringer is basically almost flush to the actual case. So it might be a little tricky opening that up, but my guess is that OtterBox tried to make this case as thin as possible. As you can see, on the top we have a very clean design, and on the other side we can see that the OtterBox logo is embroidered on the actual case. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it matches the color of the case. And we have a nice oversized button for our side button. Now we're going to look at the camera protector. As we can see, it's definitely raised a lot higher than the actual camera lens, so you don't have to worry about your camera getting scratched or dinged if it's face flat on a surface. So it does have a nice raised support for that. And right in the back we have the OtterBox logo embroidered on the actual case. So let's go ahead and test the Magsafe adapter. I have a Magsafe cable over here. So we're going to test the strength of the magnet on the XT version of the case. So I'm going to go ahead and place this, and as we can see, it definitely pulled. And right now I'm trying to remove the actual magnet, and it looks like it has a strong pull. I'm going to pull it out. Let's go ahead and test the reliability of this Magsafe. As you can see, lifting up the actual cable, as you can see, the magnet is still pulling the actual phone. So it's definitely going to be compatible with any Magsafe accessory. So it does have a nice strong magnetic pull. So that's good news. And since it's Magsafe, once it has that connection and is being powered, you should see a Magsafe indicator charging, just like that. So that's one of the biggest difference between this and the Defender series, is that this will come with the Magsafe connector, which I do like a lot. And if you guys decide that you guys don't want to use Magsafe, or maybe you don't have one yet, you can still use a wireless charging pad to wirelessly charge your phone. So the other thing to note is the compatibility with screen protectors. Now, the screen protector that I have installed is the Icy Shield tempered glass screen protector. Link for the screen protector will be in the description box below, so make sure you guys check that out. As you can see, you want to be careful with your screen protector selection. The one that I have here doesn't cover the full screen of the phone, which allows this OtterBox case to still allow the screen protector on here. So make sure you guys pick a screen protector that can still be compatible with the case. Now, another thing to know is, how do I remove this from the actual case? As you notice that it's very hard to put on, and it's also could be very tricky to remove. And I found that the easiest way to do it is to kind of do the same way that I did it, and it should be a little bit easier than putting it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these rubber pieces with the indentation. I'm going to push one side out, and I'm basically going to take this hard part, I'm just going to push it out. Okay, once I have it out, I'm going to just basically gently start pushing it out on all of the sides. And as easy as it comes out, I wish it was like this putting it on. Unfortunately, it's not. Okay, so once this hard shell is out, then taking it out is basically easy. Basically just kind of push it out. Comes right out. Okay, so all in all, guys, I think the Defender Series Pro XT is definitely a nice, thin, rugged case. My only con about this case is the fact that it is very hard to put on. So that's something to know. But once you guys have it put on, I think it's a nice, solid case. Even the actual rubber piece is really hard to bend. So it's really sturdy as compared to the Defender Series Pro, and it's not as bulky as the Defender Series as well. So I think the XT is definitely worth it if you guys value Magsafe. But if you guys don't plan on using Magsafe at all, then I do recommend just sticking to the Defender Series. It is slightly cheaper, and it does come with the belt holster. But if you still want the Magsafe and you still want that legendary protection with the combination of a hard shell and a very thick rubber piece, then the Defender series is definitely worth it. Any other comments, please comment below. What do you guys think of the OtterBox case? Thanks so much for watching, guys.